Hello and welcome to the Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. We're here on a Monday night. If you're on the East Coast, it's technically Tuesday. Arbina's here. Hello. Throwing the Bear Cave emote in there. I'm going to throw it in as well. Uh, this will be probably the last late night one for a bit. Ultron's here. Hello, Ultron. We'll wait for see if a few more folks want to join us before we get going on the stream. I forgot that this Windjammer shirt, while really cool, is not great on my green screen because of all the yellow and green. But in the other shot, it won't be as very distracting as it is here. Um, but yeah, we'll see if a few more folks want to join us. Folks that have a late night stuff, they can do late night here on the East Coast, or it's not too late for them on the West Coast. But yeah, because I will be unemployed next week, next Monday I'm going to do 9 to 11, like my normal time, because I think that's way better of an option than this late night stream. Also, we started a couple minutes late because I had to rush to be here. Finally get to make it here again. Woot Woot says a faceless name. Hello, a faceless name. Welcome. Thanks for joining us here on a late night Build with Bear Workshop. I appreciate you being here. This is probably going to be a pretty small crew tonight. I know that this is like a weird time for a lot of people. So glad to. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's a weird time for me, but you know, as the saga goes, I've been doing testing. Still can't do afternoon streams here. Actually, let me just move this thing here. Sorry. I would love to do a nice Monday afternoon stream. Would have done that today if I could, but can't, so I won't. We'll go to the overhead shot here. This is, I'll move that out of the way. This is the Hamma Hamma Re-100, Reborn 100. For those that are unfamiliar, the RE100 line is a attempt to make some of the larger kits that they wouldn't otherwise be able to do in the master grade scale, the 1/100 scale in master grade. So it's like the outside's like a master grade, the inside's like a high grade. It's basically a way to look at it. It's the equivalent, sort of the RG line, the real grade line, which is the 144 scale. That's kind of like a master grade, but in 144. We did a little bit of building here on Saturday after we finished the pod ball, so now we're doing this. I've been trying a few things out there to get folks to know what's going on with what we're doing here. You can see the title of this video actually is descriptive and just doesn't say Build with Bear Workshop. There's not many pages. This isn't going to be a long build. I should actually move my shit over here. I've got it. There we go. All right. I've got the stuff I need. Hamma Hamma, says Ultron. Indeed, Hamma Hamma. But yeah, there's not a lot of steps to this. There's only one sticker left. As you can see, we put some stickers on here. And we've got a couple more we're going to do. I believe, I don't remember where it goes, but yeah, there's some decals, but we don't worry about that. As you know, water decals is not my thing. But yeah, as I said, roll in the chat. I ate way too much. Evening chat, and Pat says, Epic Open World. Epic Open World. Hello and welcome. But yeah, like I said, I feel like this is going to be a low attendance. I think the first time we did it, people were like, 2 weeks ago, people were like, oh yeah, all right, late night stream. And then last week, people were like, oh yeah, late night stream. And then this week, people were like, nah, late night stream. Which is actually how I'm feeling about it. I had a long day or long night at work. And I raced to get here. I had just missed a train. And so I had to take the next one, subway train. And I think I walked in the door about, about 10 minutes ago. Turned the computer on. I had everything set up, had the green screen set up, all that. But usually I like to like be ready to do this instead of just starting. So I was excited for last week, but got home late and got home out of all sorts and forgot until right after you edited. Faceless name, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy you're here now. And like I said, um, if this is a low number, I'm okay with that. I think honestly, I think our Thursday is the biggest crowd we've ever had for a stream. Um, Thursday nights seem to be doing pretty good for us, so I'm always happy about that. Um, but yeah, I'm never bummed if the numbers aren't incredible or anything, because mostly I just want people that like what we're doing to be here. Um, Amazon has the RX-782 gun to review model kit. Might have to try that one out. Oh, okay, that's cool. Um, oh, that's $13. Yeah, yeah. The HG the high grade some of the new high grade stuff is they're gonna be really like small kits. I someone bought the a kit from my wish list that is a high grade. I don't know who bought it because I haven't gotten it yet. So hopefully whoever bought it will let me know. But that's never a guarantee. That some folks just don't want to. They want to be anonymous. But I got that. I did get something off of my wish list that was from builders. That was the Death Scythe, basically equivalent. So I'm excited about that. High grades are a great way to get into the hobby. They're pretty easy and usually true. Yes, Irabina, totally true. I always recommend, as folks know, I am a bit of a broken record on recommending folks get start with the high grade because the pieces are just so big, and you're making a 1/100 scale high grade kit. Looks pretty good. So yeah, I'm always recommending that as a good starting point for model kit building. Um, I'm excited to build this Hamma Hamma. As I believe I mentioned this. I don't know if I didn't say it tonight, but this kit was purchased off my wish list by one Alex Navarro, which is really rad of Alex. Um, I am expecting two other kits off my wish list coming soon. So something will get built off that. I already got one other piece from my wish list that came in the mail, and that is the what you call it? I got the Wild Liger from Zoid's Liger, which is cool. Asmo's here. Hello, Asmo. Welcome. Happy to have you. Um, yeah, I'll admit I watched a couple episodes of the new Zoid show and didn't love it. Um, the idea of an open cockpit on a Zoid is kind of an interesting idea, but that Liger is just a classic, beautiful looking kit that I'm excited to build it. And also, mechanical. It requires a AAA battery and it will walk around. And that feels like a cool thing to build on stream. So when this is wrapping up, which it won't take too long, I think we'll finish this up on Thursday probably, maybe Saturday. The next kit I'll build will be a will be from that what am I saying? The next kit I build will be something and might be that'll go up for vote basically, because by the time I'm done with this, I'll probably have more than one piece for my wish list, and then I'll let my $10 Patreon backers pick what I build next. Patreon has been so fucking annoying right now. I hate that at this point it is hugely beneficial to me, and so I need to keep using it. But basically, anytime the first is on a weekend, they just kind of shit the bed. They just shit the bed. It sucks, but they totally do. And there are folks out there who depend on it to pay rent or their medical bills. Me, it's just extra income and keeps me from feeling insecure. It's just, yeah, like I said, it's a security measure for me. Um, it's extra income and it's helpful, but I can get by if I have to. But other people are not, that lucky, and for them, suddenly not having that income or have it come days and days later is rough. Um, it's really frustrating for folks. So I am. Looks like I'm gonna get my money, but it was kind of touch and go. And so here's the thing that Patreon does that maybe not everybody knows. Um, so I receive money from Patreon, right? Because I have a Patreon, and people are very generous enough to support it, and they're incredible, and I'm so happy that they support me in that regard. I also back a bunch of Patreons. I give less money than I get. So what they do by default is not give me all the money that I collect, and some of that money goes to other people. But every once in a while, they just charge my debit card that money and then give me the full amount that I receive from my share of whatever. And that, like I said, it's not that they always do it one way or always do it the other way. They mostly do it one way and sometimes do it the other way. And it is very unpredictable because every once in a while, suddenly I just have less money in my bank account. And I'm like, wait, where did money from my checking account? Where did this money go? Because I haven't taken the money out of. That was the wrong piece. Because I haven't taken the money out yet. And suddenly I just don't have money that I needed. And it's really frustrating. And they just did that there because their processing took so long that, well, first off, the inconsistency is really bad. Yes. Aristophan, hello and welcome. Great to have you here in the chat. It's been a little bit. But yeah, it's really just that it comes down to like, I just need to know. Because yeah, there's been a lot of things where there's some people who've been double charged or they've been told that their money didn't go through, so they go and they've had to change how they get paid. And I mean, I'm going to look at this right now. Basically, let's see. I don't know if I gave money to all the people I'm supposed to, which is terrible. That's not good. So, we'll see. Okay. It looks like everything's all right. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? But it looks like I had some pledges processed that looked like, and it looks like they took the money out of that to pay the people that I owed. But it's just incredibly inconsistent and so strange. And then let me see, did I pay everybody? Who knows? Who knows if I actually? It looks like I paid everyone. Yeah, like I said, it's just very strange how poor they are at doing money processing, which seems to be their whole fucking job. Okay, yeah, so I did that. Let's see. Yep, looks like I paid everyone. Great. And then it looks like, well, I got some, yeah, terrible. Just terrible. Just run poorly. I apologize for having to go look at that stuff, but it's bad. They do take the Ultron, so there is a processing fee, and it's weird because it's not a percentage of every dollar, it's percentage of pledges and the level you pledge at. So is this weird thing where the amount of money that I would be getting like jumps around, right? Like right now, sometime last month it looked like I was getting $188 a month. Now I'm getting $180 a month. But nobody stopped supporting me. So the $8 just went away. It's very strange. It does not make any sense. It might just be that, yeah, it's. Arbina says part of the problem is they moved their payment processing to a company based in the UK. Yes. Yeah, Epic. Epic says the scary thing is how many people depend on Patreon not to fuck up. Yes, like I said, there are a lot of people out there. Like I'm blessed. This money is just to pad my bank account and makes my life easier. It means I can buy groceries this week instead of next week. I can still buy enough food, but I can like stock up and save money by buying in bulk. It's incredibly helpful, and I don't take it for granted. But yes, the IRB, a part of it was moving their processing stuff, so they didn't have to get rid of their adult content. What also happens is a fun side effect is some people every time they go to pay out of a credit card, it comes up as a fraudulent charge for a lot of people, and like they have to deal with that like consistently, and that's awful. It's not a great system. But it is also theoretically set it and forget it, which is what people want to do, right? I depend a lot for extra income for the stuff we're doing here through Twitch. Is I think I'm going to look at it because we can talk about it. Why not? I'm going to get H and B out. So part of a thing that helps me out a lot for y'all is that let's look at this numbers. Yeah. So a lot of my revenue that comes in here on Twitch is from Twitch Prime. Twitch Prime is a huge amount of my money is Twitch Prime. Like twice as many people do that than do paid. So, but they have to renew it every month, and they have to be on top of it. So I have to keep saying like, hey, take a look. I was having fraudulent charge issues until I swapped my processing to go via PayPal personally. Irbina, that's good to know. Yeah, I mean, and that's not an option for everyone, but it certainly is an option. So that is nice that there's something. Yeah, I had so I have to always say like, hey, if you use Twitch Prime, make sure that you hit renew. Whereas people, if they spent money, it just auto takes it out of their account and they don't have to worry about it, which is what Patreon is supposed to be for people. It's supposed to just be a way. Oh, Airsfun just subscribed with Twitch Prime for 5 months. We do have this new system. I forget the name of it. I'm going to look that up. And a Faceless Name is now following. Thank you very much, Faceless Name. Yeah, there's a new thing from Twitch, which is, can I find that Twitch thing? Ultron just subscribed. That's tier 1 for 2 months. You're on 2-month streak. Yeah, there's a streak system now, which is very cool. When my last Prime sub went, ended it. It apparently unfollowed you. No idea what's up with there. I don't know if Faceless Name. That does happen on occasion. It seems like sometimes people get auto unfollow, and I don't know why. But yeah, they added a thing in here just to make things easier for people to like know what their streak is and to announce their anniversaries. Like, I'm at 22 months with Kate Stark, which is rad because I love Kate. And I can't wait until I've been doing it for 2 years. I think that's rad. But yeah, they're trying to do different things. Twitch is to kind of incentivize people to continue to follow people or continue to subscribe to people, which I appreciate. We got our first on Saturday. We hit our first ever tier 3 sub, which is incredible. We have a tier 2, which is Iron Souls. Thank you, Iron Souls. But yeah, I got my first tier 3 from Canadian Papa Bear, who I don't know how to like shorten their name, You know what I mean? I've been thinking about this. So do I call him Canadian? Do I call him Papa? Do I call them Bear? P Bear is also one of my nicknames, so I don't feel right about that. Say the whole name, Canadian Papa Bear. Yeah, I might just say the whole name. Whereas, like, I might say Faceless because Faceless is everyone knows when I say Faceless, I mean a faceless name. But it is it's a lot. I'm supposed to say it's a mouthful. It is a mouthful. All right, so we applied our last sticker. Our stickers are done, man. Smash Mouth Johnny just subscribed, dropping in the Hamma Hamma. That's 15 months. You're on an 11th month streak. Thank you so much, Johnny. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Uh, that's Maple Bear. Yeah. Uh, I love that. That's a new thing there, right? So I know that Johnny has subscribed a total of 15 months, and he's on an 11-month streak. That's great. So if like 1 month you want to give to somebody else, or you forget to renew, or something happens, it it doesn't restart completely. I know that, and I know that Smash Mouth Johnny has supported me consistently over a period of time. But for other folks, like they get to see that too, and that's cool. I think that's fun. Um, Stefan, so I also really wish you could set up an auto renew. I tried to be on top of it, but I might have had the gap of a day or two. Of course, and I understand that. Wow, cold water is something I really needed. Um, but yeah, I totally understand it, folks. And I also understand when people can't subscribe anymore, when people uh, stop their Patreon or drop down to like $1 instead of $5 or whatever they do. I get that. I get it. We're working on the head right now of our Hamma Hamma, which is it might be the best named model kit we've ever built on the stream. The Hamma Hamma is a great name. I usually don't do big announcement things, but how can I resist abusing the message for Hamma Hamma? Well, also, Johnny, I mean, obviously, people don't have to do that announcement stuff. I love it. I love seeing that support out there. It makes me feel good. And then also, I think it's nice to, like, let people know what's going on. The people know that, you're a day one. It's cool. The Bahama Mama. Maybe I'm a perv, says Epic Home World, but Hamma Hamma sounds like a sex thing I don't understand. I mean, that it is that thing of like, we also had this earlier in the stream, someone wrote Hamana Hamana, and I think it is that, like, it does sound like slang for a thing that you're not sure if your partner is going to be into, and you're like, um, so we should talk about it before it happens. How do you feel about Hamma Hamma? Is that something you'd be into trying? Like, I don't know if I want to, but like, if you want to, I'd be willing to try. And secretly, Hamma Hamma's like your fucking thing, and you're scared about it because like some people are like, oh yeah, we could do that, and other people are like, that's a deal breaker. Oops. Uh, the Hamma Hamma is banned in Ohio. Day one ish. Oots. Indeed, a faceless name. Hamana Hamana. I think it is the Hamana Hamana. The Hamana Hamana. The Hamana Hamana. I think that is what people are kind of thinking about there. So this kit is a big, silly kit that I'm enjoying putting together. And like I said, the Re 100, we've only done one of these before, and I do like the style of kit because it does mean we get to make a big ol' mech, and I am here for big ol' mech. Weird, since most dirty sex acts are named after cities in Ohio. Well, that's why. Because people appreciate it when it's naughty. I was about to say dirty, but I was like, eh. I am happy that all these gold pieces here. You can see it there. You can see it there. I'm so happy that these are done for us. If this was a master grade, these would be individual plastic beads that we'd have to like do. And I think there is some bead stuff because we also have wire, and that's for the claws that detach. Um, but I'm really happy that I don't have to do all of these as individual pieces, which you would if this was a master grade. Because I just don't need that. It's fine. It's just really repetitive work, and I'm okay with not doing that part of the job. Uh, Hamma Hamma Mutata says, Johnny, oh, what a wonderful phrase. Uh, yeah, as I said, I had to race home from work tonight to make it on time. Normally, I'm not that late on a Monday, but this Monday, just the 10:30 show got scheduled. That was too long, and I raced to get here and made it. But yeah, next week I'm not gonna do this. Now, as I've been saying, my schedule is gonna be so strange going forward that I don't know. I can't predict what my life is going to be per se right now. But while I am figuring that out, if I have nights free, I want to stream on those nights. So next week, my tentative plan next week is Monday, Thursday, Saturday, uh, doing a 9 to 11 stream. You know, my normal Thursday and Saturday, and then adding in a Monday, but like the same time that I normally stream. That's the plan right now. Those plans could change, but right now that is the plan. Um, and then, yeah. Um, I'm gonna post them on Twitter. The plan is this Friday at 9 p.m. I will finally play Hearthstone because I've been talking about doing it for a while and I haven't done a stream where I just play Hearthstone. So that's this Friday. Um, from 9 to 11, the normal time, only it'll be me playing Hearthstone. And there'll be some changes by that point because the changes go into effect soon. I think today. To this afternoon, there are some Hearthstone card changes, like the cost of cards, the mana cost of cards, not the like actual money cost. So they're making some changes, and those changes will affect at least one of my decks. I don't think it'll net too much affect it negatively, but um, yeah, I've been meaning to do that. And then I tentatively have a Sunday stream. I don't know if I'm actually going to stream on Sunday, but the plan is that I will be available to stream on Sunday if my Thursday, Friday, or Saturday streams get interrupted. It's a backup. It's just basically like a placeholder. Um, if not, I won't stream then, but if I have to, I will. Because uh, I, ten- I tentatively have a son. No, faceless name, tentatively Sunday. No, the basic thing of it is that we're wrapping up shows at my work, and I'm not scheduled to work Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. But if one of the people that works for me in my department suddenly decides, hey, you know what? Actually, fuck this, then I'll come in and work. So I'm just going to be available for that. Uh, and if I have to cancel a stream, then I'll do it on Sunday night where I know I'm not working. That's the plan anyway. Uh, that's the head. The head is done. It's kind of open in a way that's weird because the big eye. But yeah, the head's done. And the body's done. And now we're going to start on an arm. That's fun. Uh, needs more antennae. Yeah, it's got it's got a lot of spikes and point. It's got a lot of pointies, I should say. Not spikes, but pointies. That's got to go. That, yeah. Lots of pointies. Put that over there. No, we're done with head. We don't need any more head. What does everybody want? What does everybody need? All right, so we're going to do arms. We're going to do 2 times because most of this we can do and then do the rest of. Like we can do the left side and the right side. So we'll get A and E and then F. E and F. I'll just be ready to assemble some stuff. A6 and A6. Hello, Mr. Bob. Welcome. Happy to have you here. Thanks for joining me tonight for some late night streaming. But yeah, I'm gonna post on my Twitter tomorrow. But yeah, Thursday and Saturday should be the normal stream. Friday night, I'll 9 p.m. I'll do some Hearthstone. And like I said, if I have to go into work and cover a shift, I will, and then I'll have Sunday available. And then also if everything works out fine, I might just stream on Sunday anyway, and not do a build stream and just do a Twitch Sing stream or another Hearthstone stream. Mr. Bob says, I tried to go to bed early, but my body decided it was a nap. Been there, Mr. Bob. I have had that before. Last night, I was out really late for work, which was not thrilled about. And so today, I was like, oh, I'm going to take a nap. And instead, my body was like, no. You're going to lie here on bed in this afternoon and just think about stuff. You're not going to be able to fall asleep and take this power nap that you think you deserve. So that was bad. So, because last week I took a nap before I did my late night stream, and that was very helpful. But did not get that today. I did go out and mail Ultron 100's 2 Lego sets that they won as part of my monthly giveaway, so that was fun. But yeah, I've been thinking that what I'm probably going to do is stream a lot more in February. As I constantly hit the pavement, go out, try to get jobs, do some meetings. I'm going to go see some shows I haven't seen in a long time because I've been working. So some of the nights that I've been working for a really long time, I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I can go and be social and do that. But also, I think that I'll be streaming 3 nights a week, but also maybe a 4th night a week I'll play games, and maybe not every week. And certainly in my monthly bonus game stream where we play, Jackbox games, I'll certainly do that. But if I've got a good audience and I'm playing Hearthstone, maybe at the end I'll switch over to Jackbox and play a game, and we'll kind of cool down from that. But I don't want to make this, I don't want that to take over what we do here because it's important to me that this is a build stream. But I think that it's also fun to do some other stuff and kind of mix things up. I think that's cool. And I think y'all will still have fun if we do that. Valentine Love Cave. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. What day is that? Oh, it's the 14th. Thursday the 14th. Yeah. We're building on Thursday the 14th. So spend your Valentine's night with me. That'll be a regular build stream. Oh, one thing we are going to do that's weird. I'll tell you now. You get to hear this. I think I talked about it on Twitter, but I didn't say what it was. I'm going to do my first ever co-stream, which basically just means that I will be talking over footage. It'll be like it will be like like when people watch various live events, and you just hang out in someone's stream and you can watch it. Now, the nice thing about Twitch's co-stream stuff is that it's all on the up and up, and they want you to do it, so it's fine to do, which is nice. And I am going to be watching on the 16th the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. That's at 9, I believe that's 9 p.m. Eastern, till midnight Eastern. I believe it's a 3-hour event. So I will do probably like the 15th, on the 15th, I will do a watch along, and people can hang out in the chat with me while we do it, and uh, we'll like talk about the Game Awards and talk about anime. Not the Game Awards, the Anime Awards. We'll talk that. I thought that would be a fun way to like spend some time together. I thought that'd be kind of cool. Yeah. So Arabina says if that the HG Love Phantom, the Death Scythe variant kit shows up, schedule that for the 14th would be a pretty good gimmick. You're right, that would be a good gimmick. We're making the Love Phantom. I might put whatever kit we're building on hold and do that one, just as a like tie-in to the. That's a fun idea. Just a thought. Pat says epic. What about doing the late night stream as a game stream? Maybe less stressful than doing a build stream so late. Yeah, I mean, the original idea was to do a late night stream because I wanted to stream 3 times a week and couldn't do it in the afternoon. But if I can do Mondays now at 9 p.m., which is looking like that's what's going to be, Monday at 9 to 11, then my Friday stream, which is probably when I'm going to do my game stream, I could do that late. Because even in March, I'm going to be working on Friday nights, but not that late. I'm not so late enough that I could come home and stream. And yeah, it might make sense to do game streams kind of late at night. Love Phantom actually has a heart on its crest, which is a nice touch. Yeah. So if that does show up, because it looks like someone bought that off the wish list, if that does show up in time, that would be a fun thing to get to build. That'd be a fun gimmick. Best anime podcast goes to All Systems Goku by default, as is the only anime podcast. You're right, there are no other anime podcasts. I certainly have never been on a podcast about Pokemon, which, to be fair, was more about the video game than the anime. But, yeah. I thought that would be kind of fun to watch that and kind of do a watch along. It just mix things up. But I think that what will end up happening is that I will do a game stream, or not build stream, I'll do a build stream on the 15th to make up for the fact that I'm not building on that Saturday. Yeah, and I'm just trying to, take advantage of the fact that I'm going to have some free time at night for a little while I try to find something new. And then everything's going to change depending on what happens to me, right? Which is a weird way to say that because I'm tired. Basically, if I end up getting a job that's me working nights, then I'll figure something out. If I, maybe more late night streams and I just take a lot more naps. If I have to do afternoon streams and get a location and do all my stuff outside my apartment, I totally will. I'll make it work and I'll make myself available. And I do think a late night stream on a night that I don't work, like a Friday night when I'm not working, will, for at least for now anyway, will make it easier. It is tough to go and work and then come home. And like tonight, I did not have any time to like decompress. I just had to do it. And the other thing about doing late night streams in general, which is nothing on y'all, it's on me, is that one of the things I do is send Patreon, like I upload the video and then send the Patreon, right away. And I guess what I could do is I could upload the video and then go to bed and then have my, like, have an email sent like when I think it's done processing. Like I don't think I explained that right. But instead of waiting for it to upload and process and then sending the email that I've already crafted or the message I already crafted to my Patreon supporters, the video when it's done, I could just do everything and then set the time that the message gets sent. I could do that, but I don't know. If you're looking for other anime podcasts, which obviously Face the Name says there are no others, uh, recommend the Great Gundam Project by the folks over at Abnormal Mapping. It's a recap podcast where they watch 2 episodes of Gundam every week. Huh. That's cool. So I pitched an idea. I put an idea out there, a free idea, because I don't want to do it. That Samurai Pizza Cats is available on Crunchyroll in both dubbed English, the rewrite, and the original Japanese. So if you want to watch the pop culture, Japanese pop culture anime reference subtitled, or the almost complete and total rewrite to make it even more of a gag anime with like lots of pop culture for American audiences. And for some reason, there's 2 episodes they didn't dub, so there's like 2 more of the original, which I think is interesting. And I was like, huh. I wonder what, like, there's definitely a idea of someone doing a podcast where they watch the dub and the sub and then compare and contrast the two. But that's not a project I want to work on, so I just put it out in the universe that, like, hey, if anybody wants to do this, go right ahead. Uh, yes, pretty much, Ultron. Yeah, I mean, it's just like this weird thing where it's just, it makes sense that they didn't know quite what to do with the show, so they were just like, rewrite this. It's not going to work. Why did we license this? But it is very funny that they just basically threw the whole show away and completely did another one. In that it was heavily written, yes. Um, yeah, a few shows are just totally like I'm not gonna say this right. Bo 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 bo. You know what I mean when I say that. That show, like, there are just so many fucking American pop culture references in that show that are not in the Japanese that it's just like, come on, y'all. Come on. But yeah. Shaolin Soccer is like that, but as a live action movie. I've never seen the dub of Shaolin Soccer. I've only watched it, the subtitle. I can imagine, though, that they just they just go for it sometimes. That happens, yeah. You know? I mean, gosh, if the Excel Saga, like, that's true, that dub is true to its original, and that show doesn't make any sense. It's always fun when those, like, Bobo was a fever dream. Yes, that's a complete nonsense show. I love it, though. It's been a while since I watched it. Maybe I wouldn't love it now, but at the time, I did enjoy Bobo, 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 Bobo. It was a good show. Um, Cell Solid makes sense even if you the context. Yes, that show is a nonsense thing, and that's part of the whole process. Is how random it is, and I don't think it does not hold up in my opinion, but at the time it was pretty great. Uh, all right, so we're doing anime talk. So let's talk anime. First and foremost, uh, I mentioned this on Saturday. Saturday we had a lot to talk about and didn't really even have anime time on Saturday. So I'll say this: Endro. Endro is the sleeper hit of this season. No one is talking about it. It's very, very good. Please watch it if you're if that's what you're into. if you like friendship and fun and fantasy setting and like adventuring stuff, it's very fun and inventive and cute, and I'm a big fan of it. Uh, so I highly recommend uh, that people check out. Uh, um, what was it? Oh, Andro. Andro is real good. People should not sleep on Andro. Uh, so the other thing that I was gonna say is, holy shit! Today's episode of Mob Psycho season 2. Holy fucking shit! Last week's cliffhanger was nonsense, and then this week like, look, even if you're like, oh, I watched some of the first season, I don't, whatever, it's not my thing. This episode, watch this episode. The animation, like the budget, like they spent, like I wouldn't be surprised if next episode is just like them sitting around doing whatever, like talking. Uh, it's bananas is a great. Irabina bananas is a great way to describe it. It was. There's a moment where you see how Mob sees what he could be, not who he is, because it's all. I mean, the big idea of this season overall, and it happens right away, is um, Mob is trying to change. He's trying to become. He's trying to use his powers to help people more, and he's trying to become a better, older brother, and a better friend, and a better like schoolmate. He's trying really hard to like do a good job, and it's so nice to see. Uh, but there's a couple shots there um, where it's just you see this version of who Mob thinks he could be, and like maybe tear up a little bit. Irina says, my understanding is a bunch of people who worked on Fate Apocrypha came over to do some of the action animation, and they're very good at what they do. Yeah, I mean, look, the last episode of season 1, um, Rengen's fight stuff is unbelievable, and this is oh, weird. Okay, so we can do it like this, but there's also um, elbow joints. So I'm going to put the elbow joints in, and then if I don't like them, I'll take them out. But apparently, we can put elbow joints on this part here on the arms. But they're optional, and we'll just do them, and then we'll see if we like them. Because we can always take them off if we don't like them. Um, but yeah, it was really, really fucking good. The animation it's the best action scene I've seen since pretty recently. Black Clover had a uh, really intense fight scene where the main character, Asta, developed a new fighting form, and that one was probably the most like epic moment in the show so far. So it was nice to have another one of those so soon after, because that wasn't too long ago. Because that show is still being real goofy. There's a big fight coming up, but right now they're having a good time. There was some cool fighting stuff. I think I mentioned this before, how I really like that there's a bunch of characters in that anime in Black Clover where they're on the right side, they're on the good team, but they just seem like they're villain characters. Like the manga designer designed them to look like bad people. Like this character Captain Jack, who just is like, this does not seem like a good dude. And I really like that. I think that's such a cool choice to be like, yeah, this guy's scary, and everyone's freaked out about him. And they should be. Uh, yeah, I'm just really into that. Um, The other show that I wanted to talk about that was good was that time I got reincarnated as a slime. We are in episode 18. Oh, I want to the table moved. My table moved. There we go. Sorry about that. Um, Episode 18. So we're getting close because that's a 22 episode. It was a double order of episodes. So we're getting close to some sort of big fight with some sort of big old demon that's showing up. There's going to be some flying sharks demons. So, like, big sharks that are demons that are flying are going to show up. And that sounds pretty fucked up. But yeah, we're getting to some fighting. And it's a good show still. Could compare and contrast that with, which I guess I'm going to watch the next episode of, although I really fucking, I talked about it before. Oh, Rising of the Shield Hero. Fuck, dude. That show it's a lot. It's a lot of a show. I don't know. I don't know how much more I'm going to watch of that. But this last one was such a doozy that I guess I'll watch the next one. I think I'm done with girly Air Force. It's a lot more girly and a lot less Air Force than I would have liked. Irabina, I agree with you that I don't like the big push that Crunchyroll has made with it, because there is a lot of grossness about it. Like I said, this last episode had like, look, they got to fucking deal with this shit, okay? They got to deal with a lot of shit that's going on in that show, and I don't think they're going to deal with it. I think instead they're going to think they've got a main character that people are I think they're just going to have a main character they really want us to dislike. Um, and I think they're just going to be happy with that. But yeah, they're really pushing the show, and it is a bummer. Because there's, yeah. Girly Air Force is one of those, like, girls that aren't girls, but they're not ships. It's not that thing, but they're like pilots, but they're kind of like artificial. And then there's a dude who's like a pretty good actual pilot. Uh, and there's some evil alien forces, but like the alien force stuff is kind of pushed aside so that they can like learn what it means to be a young girl and hang out with this boy. And I'm like, all right, think I'm good with this show. Like I said, it's more girly than Air Force. Uh, Yeah, Rubina, I'm not surprised that Rising the Shield Hero does not get better. It's one of those shows that, like, I'm here because I want to talk about it because the idea of hero worship and, you know, there's stuff in it that is interesting. And like, I don't think they're going to stick the landing, but I am interested in seeing where it goes. But it's one of those shows like, How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. I can't recommend that show. I would never recommend that show. Um, um, Ace Combat Universe, yeah. Ace Combat anime sounds pretty good to me. I'd be up for that. All right, so we're working on some shoulder pieces here, I believe. That's what we're doing. We've got some arms. It's such a weird looking kit. I love how weird this thing looks. So strange. Every part of this kit is just odd. I'm really into that. Um, but yeah, I stopped talking about it, but I ended up finishing As Miss Beelzebub Likes, which was a bit more romance than I thought it was going to be. Uh, and the really gross, awful minor character that I hated so much was there, but she certainly wasn't as important as the other minor characters. So I got over it, but I still like kind of stopped talking about it on stream because I wasn't having a good time with that show. Um, yeah, I mean, also when you think about like not every video game adaptation for an anime is good, but um, the Ace Attorney anime is solid. Um, of course, Persona. I haven't seen Persona 5 anime because I didn't like Persona 5, but the Persona 4 anime I think is great. Oh man, so it's one of my favorite things. There's a two-part episode in the Persona anime, Persona 4 anime, which is just um, a lot of the minor like extra, like quest stuff you can do to help out like the nurse and the old lady and all of that. It's the main character doing all that side stuff like over the course of an episode, and like nobody there was like, hey, who's that young lady and the little boy, and why is the main character hanging out with them? What the fuck's going on there? Who's this like actor who rich girl? Why is he hanging out with this musician girl? What's going on? Uh, the nurse and the old lady. Yeah, Johnny. Yes, I think some generally they are anime tie-in. Anime based on video games are often bad. You know what's actually really good because it's not based on any particular Tales series, but the Tales anime, which just takes some of the themes of Tales games, is actually really great. I remember really loving that anime, and it was just based on like some Tales stories. It was loosely based on them, and I remember that being really solid. But often, yeah, often they're not great. Um, yeah, but I really did like. I think Golden wasn't great. The Gold Persona 4 Golden anime. But like I said, there was that episode uh, where it's just people like trying to figure out who are these other characters in his life and like what the fuck is going on. Like the mysterious fox shows up, and you know I'm here for the mysterious fox being in the anime. That fucking rules. Helping Nanako get her umbrella back. Fucking awesome. All right. Those Chrono Trigger cutscenes they added are lit as fuck. Yeah, I like those, Humbao. Also, hi, Humbao. Welcome. I'm going to take my break in a second and do the whole pause for the cause thing and drink some more water because that's important. Water is very important. Um, but yeah, thanks everybody for being here on this late night stream. Like I said, I think next Monday I'm going to do my normal stream time of 9 to 11 because I will not have a job that day. I will not be at work like I was tonight. So, I don't know. Is there a Dragon Quest anime? It makes sense with designs by Toriyama. I don't think so. I wish the Persona animes were better because I like the story in those games, but they play so slow. I mean, Johnny, I think 4 is great. I think the Persona 4 anime is solid. Uh, I think that like the twists don't like feel better in that. Um, and they flesh out a couple minor characters uh, in the game, and they also they introduce a character. Since you mentioned it, I haven't stopped thinking about Samurai Pizza Cats. Says Humbao. I need to watch this. Oh boy, yeah. So Samurai Pizza Cats is this like incredible, perfect storm of like people being like anime. That's hot. It's the 90s. Let's do anime. And then people being like, what the fuck did we buy? Why did we buy this? Let's just write other things for them to say, and we'll just have them say other things. Okay, we'll just do that. It's kind of incredible. It's on Crunchyroll, so it's probably on Verve as well because it's on Crunchyroll, and it's. I remember it being fun, but not good. Samurai Shampoo Pizza Cats, no. obviously. Ultron did put a link into the Dragon Quest anime. That there is a Dragon Quest anime. I'm sure there was. That show's been, or that video game series has been popular for so long. Look, I don't talk about it because people are watching it, but I'm not ahead. Uh, I think I might try to catch up on One Piece because I'm only like 6 or 7 episodes behind. So I might catch up on One Piece. I think that would be a fun, silly thing for me to do. Uh, because I know that a big fight has just finished. One of Luffy's toughest fights just happened. And so I'd be into checking that out. It actually has the first 13 episodes dubbed in English for the Dragon Quest anime. Oh, that's cool and surprising. All right, so let's take a pause for the cause. I'm actually going to mute my mic for a second, turn my head away, and blow my nose. But I don't want you to hear that, so I'm going to blow my nose right now. I'm back. I didn't want you to hear that. That's not cool. So I'm muting my mic. So you didn't hear that. Hello. Thanks so much for watching. I know this is a weird time to doing this whole late night thing. But thank you for supporting. If you're not currently following, give me a follow there. Set your notifications so you know when I stream. If you can subscribe, you can use your Twitch coin. If you have Amazon Prime, you can have Twitch Prime. And it means that you can support this channel, and that will be rad as fuck. And I really appreciate it. And you get access to my emote. If you're currently a subscriber, throw that Bear Cave emote in the chat. Let the people know what's up, which would be cool. You could also join me on Patreon. I was talking about that earlier. It's not great, but it's something. And there's benefits. You can get videos early. You get my schedule every month. I do a monthly Q&A. You could also buy a kit on my Amazon wish list. I'm going to paste that there. I'm going to go take a look at that. Say something about... I'm going to pick out one thing I think is cool on my Amazon wish list, and I'll chat about it just for a second. Let me just put this there. Cut it, paste it right here. Let's see. I've mentioned this before. I've got 2 Lego Overwatch kits in there. The Diva and Reinhardt will be great to build. I'd love to build that. And also the Bastion. I put those 2 in there because I think they're both very cool. There's a Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku kit that the price dropped a little bit, and now it's on Amazon Prime shipping, which is cool. Old Crow is now following me on Twitch. It didn't show up in notifications, or if it did, I missed it. So I apologize that I didn't give you a shout out, Old Crow. Thank you for that. Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff there. There's a Gundam 00 kit that has some cool looking wings that's available for pre-order that I just threw in there, and then whatever. You could also buy me a coffee at Ko-Fi. You know, like that's awesome. All the money I make from all these things go into me buying kits and equipment and doing my thing. So I appreciate anyone that wants to support me in any way. Tell a friend. Join my Discord. The Build with Bear community is cool. I post photos. People post stuff that they're working on. Got a lot of Lego stuff from Johnny lately, Smash Mouth, which has been rad. I appreciate that very much. People working on kits. And then finally, I want to talk about Viva Mod Vegas. I'm going to put the link right in here. You should check out Viva Mod Vegas. So I have every Monday I put out a new video called Let Pat Play. It is an ongoing YouTube series where I play games. It's usually free or cheap games. I backed into myself a a theme January, but I'm doing an actual theme. So for all 4 Mondays of February, I'm looking at mods and cheats in Fallout New Vegas, my favorite Fallout game, one of my favorite games of all time. Uh, and this is the first episode. We look at a couple cool cheats, um, and I'm kind of like playing the game and jumping forward and recording different sections and kind of jumping around. Um, and doing some. So I'm showing you what it's like to have a very overpowered character, and then also some of the cool cheats. I've done the 2 episodes. I posted one today. I'll do another one next week. Um, but yeah, it's a fun series, and I'm going to put the call out for people to send me links for mods they remember. I'm using Vortex, which is the Nexus mod community like mod manager, which I haven't used since I started, so it was kind of cool um, to try out a new thing on my end. And yeah, I think it's going to be a fun series. I think people will like it. Uh, it's kind of cool to check it out. And then I'm going to take suggestions. The one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to do any body mod stuff. That is a very hot. That's the wrong term. That's a thing that people are interested. I guess hot. Yeah. Um, People love doing body mods for either the character player or all the characters in the world, or like here's my better Veronica. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to get into any of that. I'm not doing any of the body mod stuff. But yeah, I played around with a few things and showed off a couple things, and I think it's pretty neat, and I think people will be into it um, as a series. But I'm into it, which is also cool. It's fun to just play Fallout. Like I found a way to play Fallout New Vegas again, so I win. Do you ever kit bash? Would you do a kit bash stream someday? A faceless name. I haven't never kit bashed before. That might be something that might be a cool thing to do. I don't know. I could see that. Yeah. Um, I've never done my own like throw together stuff, and um, I've also looked at doing like looking for garage kits and custom kits and all that. Like I don't have a good resource for that. I need to do some proper research on that to find stuff that I think would be interesting to do uh, on stream. But yeah, I don't know. I have some. So I have a kit that I had to buy a second time because I got it and some parts were missing. Um, and so I have a bunch of parts for a full mechanics from the Iron Blooded Orphans. So I have a whole kit basically, minus like a few pieces that I'm not doing anything with, and I've been thinking about maybe I want to like mod that, like take that kit and get and see if there's any mods for it out there, and maybe do something to that kit. So I've been thinking about that, but I don't know if I'm actually ever going to do that. Um, I've been thinking about what to do for the community endurance run. The Giant Bomb community endurance run is coming up, and I got asked if I would be interested in taking part in that, and I said I would. But I don't think I'm going to do a build stream for it because after 2 hours, even like during the day, I get I just kind of lose it, and I'm not great at model kit building after 2 hours. So, but I want to stream for more than 2 hours because I want to, you know, do some sort of endurance. So I've been thinking I might just do like probably blow out my voice, do a Twitch sing stream and have like songs that I will sing if we hit a certain milestone, like incentive songs, like oh we raised this amount of dollars, I'm gonna sing this song, not just sing but sing the song, or we hit this amount of money, I will do it in this kind of character or this voice or whatever. So I'm thinking about different options for that because I think that would be a fun something that that would be fun and people would like. So we'll see what happens with that, but I think that would be a fun stream. Would be a Twitch thing stream as part of the endurance run. Because I mean, I just can't build for hours and hours. I want to, but and stream. I could just build myself, hang out, and build a model kit for longer than that, or Lego set. But it's the keeping up with chat and talking and all that stuff just isn't going to work. So, yeah, I think Twitch things would be a cool thing. Like, we hit this amount of money, and now I promised I'm gonna go and do a duet for this song, and we'll record it, and I'll do it in a silly voice or that kind of thing. And we'll also have giveaways. I mean, it's far away from now, but I've got like at least two incentives to give away. And then let's be real, y'all. If I did a charity, the endurance run thing, and did model kits, I'd burn through a lot of my kits, and that's bad. I don't want to burn through kits. I want to have kits to build. Yeah. So anything you want to talk about now? We're gonna go until 3. We didn't start too late tonight, but we're gonna go to 3 a.m. I'll get you your full 2 hours, even though I am very tired. And there's a very good chance that we're gonna get a run-in from an LA or West Coast streamer who wants to just pop in and say hi because they are wrapping up their stream because it's late, and so they'll just come and raid. We've been raided twice, and this is the third time we've done this late night one, so I am expecting a raid. How big is your kit backlog? Says about. It's gotten pretty big because partially due to me being laid off, folks have been very generous. Towards the end of last year, it had been a while since I had gotten anything from my wish list. So, I want to say I've got like, let me look here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have like 5 things. Not a cult somehow. Yeah. I think I have 5 or 6, and I know that I have at least 3 kits coming from my wish list in the mail. So I'm doing pretty good. Now, part of that is going to change because I'm now, instead of building 4 hours a week, I'm now building 6 hours a week. So I'm going to be going through kits faster than I used to. So I am going to need more. So that backlog is going to go down. And then I always have, and I don't even count them because they're just sitting there. At New York Comic Con, I bought 2 more of the Dragon Ball kits, but those kits take no time at all. And I most likely will do those on the road on the stream because if I'm going to Boston or I might be going to DC in April to go to AwesomeCon. I don't know yet if I'm going to that, but I might go to that. So if I go to that, then what I can do is having a kits that I can just throw my snipper clips in. Like I might just do that because those things don't take any time at all to build. I also have 1 Pokemon kit that will take no time at all to build. But I kind of save those. I'm also kind of saving those for emergencies because, like they don't take long to do, and I've got like an hour left in the stream, and I don't want to build something else. I can just build that real quick. But yeah, anytime I'm going to any convention where there are kits to buy, I'm always looking to see if these little they have these Dragon Ball kits that were in Gachapon, because they're small little kits, and I really like how they look. I've built 2 of them, and I have 2 more to build. So I'm excited to do that. But yeah, like I said, those are travel kits. I've got one Lego set that's like a Ninjago race car thing that is going to take like no time. That will take an hour and change to build, so I can take that with me. And my hope is that I can get a guest. Um, so, which Dragon Ball characters do you have? Badman. So I have built Vegeta. The kits I'm talking about now are actually vehicles from the original Dragon Ball. Um, Vegeta we have built on stream. I did a blue Vegeta, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta. We built on stream. I've done a bunch of the over the years. We've done this. I've done quite a few. We still never did Piccolo, and I'd still like to do Piccolo at some point because it would just be nice to build Piccolo. But yeah, we've built a few, and that's been fun. But I've never built Badman Vegeta. No, that's not been I don't think that's an optional a one I can get. Although that would be cool. All right, so it's this one. Goes into this. All right. So for the next time here, if there's anything you want to chat about, let me know. I have not tried the new, not Titanfall 3. I have not tried that. I will. I was very busy today. I think on Wednesday I might have some free time to do that. Because tomorrow I have a thing before work and then work, so I won't have time tomorrow. But I am going to try. Because it seemed pretty cool. Haven't tried Anthem. Not really interested in trying Anthem. But not Titanfall seems kind of cool. Apex, yeah, it seems like a good one of those. Yeah, Ultron. It looks cool, and I'm pretty into things that are cool. So if it's cool, I might give it a go. Okay. This is such a weird looking kit. I mean, these are what are we like? Why are these shoulders? What are we building here? What the heck is this thing? So wonderfully weird kit. I really do enjoy it. All right, 18. Hard pass on Anthem. Yeah, it's made well and has some of the nice quality of life stuff. You can never catch a groove in battle royale games. If they had bots, I would be in heaven, as if it's his name. Arbina says, yeah, it's not really my thing, but I really hope it blows up Respawn because I crave Titanfall 3. Yes, I think that the hope is that they can sell more copies of Titanfall 3, which they are working on still. That they can be like, hey, you like the movement of this? You like the weapons of this? Well, play this other version that also has mechs. Hey, check out our mechs, please. Please check out our mechs. I think that's cool, and that's a cool selling point. So hopefully people will really like this and then want to play Titanfall. But also, what if... Just think about this, y'all. What if a bunch of mechs in space pods landed on an island? Actually, they said to Eurogamer that Titanfall 3 is not in development. Oh, well, that's a bummer. Well, I hope they do 3. I hope this is so successful that people are like, hey, make more of this with mechs in it. I hope sales of Titanfall 2 go up because people are so enthralled. That sucks, though. I'm bummed they're not working on it. Yeah, like I said, I didn't get a chance to play Apex. I'm gonna try it out. Wednesday afternoon, I'll have some time before I go to work, so I'm gonna try that then. But unfortunately, I just did not have time today to do it, and I won't have time tomorrow. which is annoying. All right, and G1. Lots of these pieces here. Mechs, I mean, could very well be added to the Xbox game. Fortnite code. Yeah, I mean, I guess they could add mechs later. I they were, you know, I mean, obviously it's all PR and whatever, but they were like, we just want it to be fun. We're following the fun, and we realize that it's got to be about these human characters and not about the mechs. And you know, that's sometimes that's a little disappointing to hear, but you know, if they couldn't crack a battle royale mech game, then don't make it, you know. But yeah, if there's like mech mech night and they're like, all this weekend we added mechs, and people are like, fuck yeah, that's cool. Try it out. All right, so then this goes like this. Heck yeah. Get some side rockets here. All right, so the long one. All right, so that goes in like that. Yeah, the feeling I got from them was that they tried it with the full Titan 2 movement suit and mechs, and they started with that and then pared it back until it actually played well. Yeah, that makes sense. Epic says, I dislike BR games. I have tried PUBG, Fortnite, Realm Royale, and now Apex Legends, and not like any of them. I just don't think that one life starting a new game loop is very fun. I understand. That makes sense. I hear what you're saying, Epic Open World. Um, I like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I think it's really fun. I had fun doing it solo. I had fun doing it with friends. I don't really enjoy the building aspects of Fortnite. I respect them, but I'm not really into that game. So it never really like stuck with me. And then yeah, then I just kind of haven't really played I haven't played PUBG in a while. I just haven't been motivated to do it, but I will probably do it at some point. All right, so wow, we got to put a bunch more of these things in here. We're going to put some rockets. We're going to need a lot of G stuff here. I'm just going to get these out. So I need 2, 3, 4, 6 of these. And 6 more of these. Yeah, I mean, it's not everyone's genre, right? But I remember liking the feel of Titanfall 2, although I always wanted to be in a mech. I never wanted to leave the mech, but I did remember liking the feel of it, so could be something there. Just getting these ready. I'm gonna do one and I'll do the other just because it's gonna be a little of a process here and I don't want to get lost. I'm gonna let A 820 here. Oh, all right. Getting a little sleepy. I had a Coke not too long ago to kind of wake me up, and that helped. But yeah, I'm getting a little sleepy. Titanfall 2 is spectacular. When I read that today was 3 out development, I just got more mad about the shitty release date 2 was given. Yes, I don't disagree with you. It's a combination of like not the best release date, and then also people just hate EA so much that it got hurt by that as well. Which you know, it's Respawn. It's not EA, but you can't tell that to people. I find that when you die in Apex, your teammates can take your flag or whatever it's called to respawn point so you can respawn, but you'd have to rely on your team's skill to get you there. Faceless Name says almost time to hibernation. Yes, it's almost hibernation time for this guy. I'm going to cut these out cleanly here. Yeah, it's almost sleepy time for Pat Bear. Uh, Definitely feels like a game that plays best with friends. Yeah. Like I said, it is a game that I am interested in checking out. Because I like that world and I like that movement. Also, it's Respawn. It makes sense that they have respawning. Their company name is Respawn. So, good to hear that they decided to include that. Might have been a little weird if they hadn't. D7. Okay. And then D8. And D11. Great. It's true, but I still hate running around to find weapons. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, you just fundamentally don't enjoy parts of that kind of game. Yeah, it just sounds like Epic, you're just not interested in that genre, the subgenre of shooter. Like it's just not your style of shooter, and that's fine. Like, you know, it's a bummer if that game gets made instead of something that you would want to see. But like, sometimes it's hard. It's hard to deal with that when like that you're like, oh, make a thing I would like though. Especially if it's well made. It's a bummer if it's a well made thing and it's still not something that you like. That can be really shitty when you're like, this is good, just fuck off. Um, I am still interested in Respawn's Star Wars game, but man, EA and Star Wars is like a match made in hell. Yes. EA never should have been given exclusive rights. No reason for Disney to have done that. Well, I mean, it's, you know, who knows? Who knows? Like, Disney is, here's the thing about Disney. They don't care about video games. They care about money and brands and all that, but they've had in-house games. They closed their in-house game studios. They decided they don't care about that. I don't know if they care if EA ever puts out a Star Wars game. I don't know if they care. Because yeah, they could have been, given a bunch of stuff. But like when you look at the Disney games that have come out and the Star Wars games that come out, like yeah, I don't think they like I don't here's what I'll say. I don't have all the information about it, but a Disney game came out a few years ago that they did not give a shit about. It was a licensing deal. They were like, fine, here's a Disney property. Sure, no one's doing anything with this. Fine, you can make a game. And then it turned out to be really good. And people were like really psyched about it. And then suddenly, someone at Disney was like, wait, that game's good? Oh, okay, here's some money. Let's do some marketing. We weren't going to help you at all, even though we're fucking Disney. But now that other people like it, I guess we'll care about it. And I don't want to say what game that was, but you can probably guess. Um, but yeah, I just think they don't care if EA makes a good Star Wars game or not, or ever makes a game. I just don't think they give a shit about them. Yeah, I mean, even the bad ones made some money. Uh, yeah, Epic. I mean, I like car soccer a lot. I think Rocket League is great. I haven't played in a while because my crew that I played with, either like people that I would team up with or people I play against, have moved on to other things. Um, but I had a good time with it when it was out. It was fun. It was fun. It was a good period where I had some good time. Uh, yes, they certainly don't want Battlefield 2, even though they are responsible for some of that and of course never want to take any. Why would they take credit for it? They can just have EA be the bad guys. Um, but yeah, I just don't think that Disney cares about video games. When they realized that Toys to Life, like, they accidentally hired people that cared a lot about making a quality game and not just a ton of money. They also wanted to make a ton of money, but they wanted to make a quality product that people really liked. And they were like, oh, why are we doing this? Let's get rid of that. The margins on this are not as extravagant as we originally thought. Uh, yes, I mean that's totally true. There are great games out there waiting to be made. It's just with some of those properties, but yeah, you gotta have people want to do it. But I don't know. That's just my opinion on things. It's a little pessimistic, I know, but uh, I hope people, like Marvel video games is separate. Yes. Well, it's also because that's a licensed game. Like the Disney stuff and the Marvel stuff is different. And yeah, I mean that's a different studio making a different game. Like yeah, we're getting really lucky with some of those. All right, so we made one of these. We'll make another, but we're gonna actually put together a whole arm here. So this goes in to this, which goes like this. So these will be like this, but also we're going to do something where these can kind of move around via wire. I don't know how that works yet, but we're not doing it yet. Right now we're just doing the claws with guns right there. So yeah, let's assemble an arm. That'll be cool. And then this goes like that. Such a weird looking arm. And then this goes like that. And then one arm gets completely assembled. All right, we'll do the other shoulder, and then we can put the other arm on. We'll put the head on too. We're getting some work done on this thing. There's a lot of leg to this one though, so we're certainly not ready to go, but we're getting there. All right, so yeah, we'll do the other shoulder piece, which is fairly the same. Disney related, I've enjoyed Kingdom Hearts 3 and haven't played the series since the first one. That's awesome. Yeah, I did not enjoy the first game, so I have not played any Kingdom Hearts since 1 because I didn't have a good time with it, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. So I didn't. But I'm glad you like it. Oh, Marvel Heroes. Yeah, I mean, Marvel Heroes just, like, they kept working on it. They kept trying. I kept meaning to go back to it, and I never did. I I bought I bought a pack early on, like the Avengers pack or whatever, because it let you play it early. And I had like Gray Hulk, and I ran around as the Hulk a lot and really dug the Hulk. And I think I had Miss Marvel as well and enjoyed that. I enjoyed my time with it. It didn't. Yeah, it needed another like year, and they just weren't gonna keep doing it. They just decided they were done, which is their choice. Yeah, it was a bummer because I liked it. Um, Take Two Shots is now following. Thank you very much, Take Two Shots. Appreciate that. Welcome to the Bear Cave. Yeah, we got another 20 minutes or so of building. We're going to go till 3 a.m. building some model kit stuff here. Working on our other shoulder. We did one shoulder. Now it's time to do the other shoulder. So we need the other D here. Yeah, I realized I'm just not. It wasn't like obviously a superb MMO or anything, but I just realized that I'm not as into games like Marvel Heroes like I used to be. I used to be obsessed with that kind of genre of game. I'm just not anymore. It's just not my thing. If you're into it, hell yeah, happy you're into it. But yeah, it's just not my thing. Uh, don't take two shots this late at night. I'm not, or two. I'm not your mom. Yes, we're take two shots. I'm going to assume we are all adults here. If there are any children watching, even if it's the West Coast, it's still very late for you. Uh, I do. One of the reasons why I like doing a late night stream, I was interested in doing the late night stream thing, which is still obviously very new for me, was the idea of having something a little late for the West Coast friends because um, I often don't. I often do streams that are very, you know, they're starting at 6 p.m. for you. So I like the idea of doing something that was a little later, but gosh, I'm just so fucking tired. I don't think I can handle it. But yeah, maybe a game stream. Maybe in the future I'll do a late night stream because like I said, I am gonna do. I'm gonna be working Friday nights in the future, so maybe I'll do late night Friday like game stream. That's I mean, like I said, I've got a little bit of work lined up in March, but nothing comprehensive. So still working on it. Um, time to start reviewing energies. Yeah, I took it. Like I said, uh, good looking out for us West Coast folks. Yeah, Humbow. I mean, like, I do think that a Saturday 6 to 9 for the West Coast isn't bad. Like, I knew what you meant. Uh, um, but yeah, I do think that like it's not. It's it leaves you with your whole night. You can go do other things on a Saturday, and a Thursday is not too bad. It's actually a little late for some people. 11 p.m. is late for some people on this coast, on the East Coast. But I did like the idea of that. But in practice, it's just yeah, I don't want to have to just get energy drinks. I did have a Coke earlier to try to fix that problem, but it's a hard problem to fix for me. Sure, there are plenty of people out there that are just like, "What do you mean? You were just up all day and then you worked and then you came home and streamed. It's not a problem." It's like, yeah, it kind of is. Um, I always find Lego a little easier uh, than model kits, especially because with Lego you can easily fix your mistakes and undo what you've done wrong. But it's not hard. Just it's not. It's still hard, I should say. Just go to the gas station and buy the weirdly named energy drinks and try them. Yeah, well, so here's a fun fact about Pat Bear. While I certainly have had plenty of sugar in my day, and I mean, just loved the stuff, really, really dug into it, I've never had an energy drink before. I'm not a coffee drinker. I drink tea, and hot chocolate is kind of my thing. I certainly had plenty of caffeine and sugar from soda. I'm so happy that I've cut regular soda in my life and tried to cut down a lot of other soda. But I've never had a Red Bull. Uh, Never. Yeah. Lego doesn't involve sharp objects. Totally true, Arvina. Uh, and yeah, I just never had it. Never had the need. Well, here's the thing. So I used to work at my job that I'm about to end, had a marathon, and I would work. So I would work like a 20-hour shift to start it off, and towards the end, really needed something. But I would just drink regular Cokes because I was so afraid. Like what I needed to do was drink a Red Bull on like my day off just to find out what it did to me. But I had no idea how I would react to energy drinks, so I just never did. And I've just never wanted to try because I just like I don't want to find out what I'm like when I'm tired on it as the first time I take it. And I've just never had the opportunity or the interest to go and just buy one. But yeah, new patron tier. Watch Pat drink Red Bull for the first time to a stream. Yeah, I mean that's like all right, I'm trying to raise money. I really need it. Oh God, okay, I'll do that. But I've only had small sips in their drinks, and they all taste awful. Yeah, I mean like there's a reason why they mix them with other things. Uh, I mean yeah, like I've had Jolt Cola back in the day and Surge uh and all that, and I had a regular can of Coke tonight because that gave me the caffeine and the sugar, and that was nice to have because I just needed something. But I got really into those, and I'm trying not to go back to drinking a lot of that. Because fuck that shit. Most taste like ground up multivitamins. Well, that doesn't sound appealing at all. In fact, that sounds bad. All right, so put this on here. We'll put this on here. All right. Okay. Now I can put the other arm on. Yeah, so it is pretty lightweight of a kit. I've been told this thing does not want to stand up on its own when it's complete. And it's such an odd shape that it totally makes sense. I mean, look at this thing. Let's just look at this thing. Um, it's got giant weird shoulders, big ball like shoulder pads, big ball shoulders, tiny things there, big arms, and then this eventually is going to have like some sort of attachment on it that can make these shoot out. And like it's a weird backpack on it. Like the booster rockets are weird. It's just such a strange kit. I really love looking at this thing, and I like the colors. I think the two greens work really well. Obviously, it looks odd in that light, but I think the contrast of green is really nice. Um, it's made just for space combat. Yeah, I mean it's just like a weird one-off thing. It's just such a strange looking kit. It's so weird. Um, I drink some. I will not drink Rockstar. That seems to be the worst based on what is done for me for a couple times and tried it. Yeah, I mean, well, when I said I couldn't stand Ultron, I actually and everybody else, I actually meant that like this kit doesn't stand up that well. That it's just a weird because it's like just top heavy. But we'll see. I kind of like it just hanging out like that. That's pretty funny. So now we're going to build the waist. We're actually working from the top down, although obviously we started with the chest and then built the head. So not fully, but yeah, we're going to work on the waist. Instead of the legs, we work on the waist. Yeah. Yeah, it's in Double Zeta Gundam, so it's mostly space stuff because it's a top-heavy design. You're not wrong. Um, but it just looks neat. It does have like a base, but we'll see if that works. I have no idea. I don't mind a top-heavy design, though. It's just it's just a unique looking kit, and I'm into that. So hopefully by Wednesday I'll have something for my wish list because I know things are coming enough to do a poll for my Patreon about what I build after this. But if I don't get them in time for a poll, then what I'll do is we'll do the Wild Liger next because that is off the wish list. Um, and like I said, the Wild Liger, I'm excited to build that. It's a Zoid. Because I've not built a Zoid on the channel, and I have good memories of those kits. They're fun kits. It's a pretty simple looking kit. One thing that's very fucking weird, really weird about the Liger, the Zoid set is all of the pieces they're not on trees. They're in bags. There's 3 bags full of parts. It's very weird. I was like, what the fuck? And there's like a little bit of a frame to it that we're gonna build in that, like I said, houses the battery because it's got movement. So it's gonna be an odd kit when it's done. It's that thing is weird. Like I said, I'm not super into the show, but yeah, there's some stuff about it that I really like. Oh, you mean I'm a space Gundam? Yes. You can be anything you want. I agree. If you want to be a space Gundam, you can be a space Gundam. Rosen Zulu from Unicorn is sort of aesthetic descendant of it. If you're interested in what would look like if it got across something more Zaku-ish. Ooh, the Rosen Zulu. I'm gonna, well, Urbina, I'm gonna take a moment to look that up. Everybody, you can do that at home. Let's see if it's in there. Oh yeah, we set that there. Okay. Yeah, that. Yeah. That is very much a aesthetic spiritual successor. You're totally right. There's a couple versions of it, yeah. But that big shield, the big backpack, yeah. Pat censoring my potty mouth. I can float in space and not need air. Sweet, yeah. I missed the oh shit. You know me. I'm not. Uh, I do like swearing for emphasis more than I like just cause. But I also certainly am not opposed to swearing when it's time to fucking swear. So once again, because we're about to wrap up in a little bit here, which is cool. We'll get a little more done of this kit of the waist, but then we'll finish. We'll move on Thursday and keep going because we still have to build the legs and the weapons and the shield, I should say. So we've got some more work to do. I don't think we'll finish on Thursday, but we'll get close on Thursday. Um, but one thing, so this Thursday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be streaming my normal build stream. Uh, Friday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be playing Hearthstone with some of the nerfs to a couple of the things, maybe affecting my nonsense deck that I make my hunter. That is both it is both a it's got the package of spells and especially traps. It's got that component, and then it also has the quest, which is nonsense thing to have both those things. I really love it though. But yeah, and then Saturday 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. If I have to cancel any of those streams, which I might because of finishing up work commitments, if my other employees decide they just fucking don't want to do it and hang out, then I might just have to stream on Sunday instead, and I might just stream on Sunday anyway. If I make all my commitments, I probably won't stream on Sunday night because then I would be streaming Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and that's too much. But yeah, the goal is to get a little bit to do a bonus game stream because it's been a while since I did that, so I'll do that on Friday. And then yeah, if I miss Thursday, Friday, or Saturday because of other commitments and having to do that last of that job, then fuck it, I will do that. Oops, messed that up. It goes like this. That goes in weird. Look at this big old thing. That's so nonsense. All right, we're gonna add 2 rockets to it, and then we're gonna call it quits. I'm gonna end a little early because I'm just so fucking tired, y'all. I want to make this work, and maybe the suggestion that I do a late night like gaming stream, like maybe like a Friday night gaming stream would be the way to go because I do like having something for the West Coast that's later. But I also know folks on the West Coast that are like, that's still too late. I have a job. I can't be hanging out, from whatever 10 to 1 or 10 to midnight. Yeah, 10 to midnight. Like I can't do that. So maybe a weekend stream would be good for that. I don't know. This is the waist. Look at this big old thing. Look at this. That's nonsense. That's the back part of this. So many rockets, so many boosters. A job. I know, right, Epic? What do they? Who do they think they are? Having a job. Anyway. Oh God, I would love to have a job. So this has been the Baer Workshop. This was the last for a while anyway, late night build stream. Next Monday I'll do on 9 p.m. 9 to 11 is my sweet spot. So, on a Monday you can hang out with me. Thank you for watching. Everybody that hung out. I hope that you hang out with me on Thursday as we continue working on this big friend here. And until next time, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next Baer Workshop. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.